Hello and welcome back for another edition of our music theory with Winkleff. On this episode, we are going to be focusing on key signatures. Key signatures. Key signatures are accidentals that are placed at the beginning of a staff music. These signatures actually determine the pitch or vocal range of a song, a voice, or a musical instrument. These signatures are known as the tonal center of a song. And in order to delve deep into the topic of the day or the essence of using this topic, let us understand the fact that in staff music, keys of songs are not indicated or written in alphabetical form. Rather, they are represented either by sharp signs or flat signs. But for the purpose of this particular episode, we are going to be focusing on the sharp keys. So we'll be dealing on keys that are represented or indicated with the sharp sign. Now, what is the formula for the sharp keys? As you can see right here, go down and end battle, Father Charles. That is the formula for the sharp keys. And like we did in the mastery of the staff notes, scale, and formulas for lines and spaces, the essence or the most significant aspect of the formula is just the first notes or the first letters. Like you can see here, go, G is the most important, down, D is the most important, and A is the most important, end, E is the most important, battle, B is the most important, father, F is the most important, and C, Charles, C is the most important. Like I always say, the essence of these acronyms is to help you remember the formula easily, while all you need is just the first alphabet of the acronym in order to get to where you're going. So now, what's the essence of this formula? The essence of this formula is to help us remember that whenever in a song, for example, you see this sharp sign, just one, what it means is that the key of the song is the key of G major. The key of G major. And that is one sharp sign, which is represented with the acronym GO. Then on the other hand, if you have two of these sharp signs indicated at the top left corner of a song, for example, it simply indicates that the key of the song is key D major. That's two sharp signs, which is represented by down. The first one is go, the second one is down, go down. Then if you happen to see three of the sharp signs at the beginning of the song, it simply means that the key of the song is the key of A major, three sharp signs, which is represented by and, go down, and. Then if you happen to see four sharp signs at the beginning of a song, it means that the key of the song is the key of E major. The key of E major, which is four sharp signs, which is represented by end, go down, and end. And if you happen to see five sharp signs or at the top of a song, it simply means that the key of the song is the key of B major, five sharps, which is represented by battle, go down, and end battle. Then if you happen to see six sharp signs in a song, it simply means that the key of the song is key F sharp major, key F sharp major, and that is six sharps, which is represented by father, go down, and end battle, father. Then if you happen to see seven sharps in a song, it simply means that the key of the song is the key of C sharp major. C sharp major, which is 7 sharps represented by Charles, which gives us the formula go down and end battle, Father Charles. For example, in most choral groups, sometimes when you bring a music sheet that is written in staff and you give to an organist or a chorister, and the next thing you will hear is, what's the key of the song? The key is not here. And I'll be like, it's there, check, it's there. And the key is not there. Well, it's not the person's fault. It's because the person has not been taught how to identify keys on a staff sheet music. And that is the essence of this class for today, for us to know the signs, the indicators of the different keys on a staff music. Though we are focusing on the sharp keys for this episode, in the next episode we'll be delving into the flat keys. So that is the importance of this class, for you to know the number of sharps and what they imply or indicate. Then another important fact we have to note is that this number of sharps that you have at the various keys are exactly the number of black keys you have when you're running the scale on a keyboard or a piano on the different keys. For example, if you're running the scale on the key of G, you will only encounter one sharp key or one black key, which could be a sharp or a flat, on the key of G, and that key is the F sharp or G flat. When you're running the scale, it will be your T. That is the only black key you'll encounter. Then when you're running the scale on the key of D major, you'll only encounter two sharp keys or two black keys, which could be sharps and flat, and that is the F sharp and C sharp keys. Likewise, when you're running the scale on the key of A major, you will encounter three sharps. Like you can see on the diagram, you will encounter three sharps when you're running your scale on the key of A major. Then also, when you're running the scale on the key of E major, you will encounter four sharps. Four sharps. Likewise, when you're running the scale on the key of B major, you will encounter five sharps. But after this stage, that is where you have an exception, because on a keyboard, for example, you don't have more than 5 black keys. So even as you are going further to the key of F sharp major and C sharp major, you will equally have 5 black keys on the piano, because you cannot have more than 5 black keys on an octave. An octave simply means a group of 8. When you run your scale from Do to the next Do, the next higher octave Do, you've covered 7 keys. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. That's 8 notes has been covered. And inside that 8, 5 are black keys, while the other 3 are white keys. So for that reason, you can't have more than 5 black keys on an octave. But in terms of identification of key signs on music sheets, this still stands. The number of sharps you have here determines the key of the song. If you have 1 sharp, it is the key of G. If you have 2 sharp, it is the key of D. If you have 3 sharp, it is the key of A major. If you have 4 sharp, it is the key of E. If you have 5 sharp, it is the key of B. If you have 6 sharp, it is the key of F sharp. If you have 7 sharp, it is the key of C sharp major. I hope we've been able to learn a few things from this particular episode, and we believe that you're going to stay tuned for another episode coming your way, same time, same channel, next week. And before I leave, I want to urge our new viewers, those who are actually watching this channel for the first time, to Do well to like this video, share to your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so that you always get notified whenever we upload a new video. And also, for those who have not been watching this series from the beginning, you can check above your screen. You'll see a link to the previous episodes of this series so that you can tag along and catch up with what we've been doing all this while. And on that note, I'm going to be signing out. Still your man, Vinclef. We're going to be back same time, same channel next week. Goodbye.